Pittsburgh State seeing a slight uptick in freshmen, new transfers, and returning students. Overall enrollment up 42 students, 16 more freshmen than last year. Also more transfer students this fall compared to a year ago. Biggest increase, you see it, returning students, 78% hike from first to second year kids, 5% from second to third year ones. It's the fourth straight year the university has experienced an enrollment increase. More than 5,700 students attend PSU. $125,000 in federal grant money through a COPS program, stands for Community-Oriented Policing Services, footing the bill for a new school resource officer in Columbus. You're looking at him. 60% of the grant will support the salary of Arlo Lukey for 3 years. The rest will come from a local match. He's at the Highland Education Center, a K-12 behavioral school in Columbus. It's his first year doing it and first time the school has had an SRO.
It is really awesome. You know, sometimes like I'll go hang out, eat lunch with the kids. So when I have time, when I'm not too busy, you know, I've got a desk drawer full of Takis and chips and crackers and stuff like that. So when they've been behaving and, you know, like they're supposed to, they can come down.
He's a big kid. He's enjoyable. He has fun. He loves, and those kids can make those connections. And then he's down there and he sees that, okay, we're here. And so now they realize, oh, there's more to it than just that. He's there to support them.
Lukey hopes more grants will help him continue as SRO for the school once his 3 years are up. He is one of 2 SROs at an SEK interlocal school. All right, Ray's back. Tell us more about the weather. Warmth is back, coming back.
Yes, even warmer tomorrow. Back into
wind.
The 90s. Yeah, a little bit of wind out there. It's going to be a south wind. No humidity, but that also means no rain in the forecast. We are still dry for the next several days, even into next week. But we will talk more about the heat for the weekend next. Here's a look at today's almanac. We went from 45 to 83 today.
And now, your Storm Tracker forecast with meteorologist Ray Foreman.
Very dry air in place. That leads to these huge temperature swings from morning to afternoon. We spanned about 40 degrees today, and we're going to do that same thing for tomorrow. A temperature starting off in the mid-40s today. Won't be that cool tonight, but we are going to see several cool mornings. The afternoons, we warm up close to 90 for the next several days. Unfortunately, the forecast is dry even into next week, maybe through the end of next week too. So about the next 10 days, we don't see anything in the way of rain. You can tell how dry it is just by how clear the sky is tonight in Joplin. It is sunny. We've had plenty of sunshine today, 83, a south wind 10 miles an hour, very low humidity in place in Neosho. Nothing but clear sky here as well. Temperatures in the lower 80s today, a southwest wind out there. That's going to keep the thermometer from dropping as much as it did this morning, but still it's going to be quite comfortable as we get past sunset. Lower 80s across all of southeast Kansas, mid 80s back towards Coffeyville, in fact, and 86 on Grand Lake. We are going to see temperatures a little bit warmer than this tomorrow, and that's because of this. So it's center of high pressure. This is in the upper layer, so this is what's driving all the storm systems across the U.S., and they're going to stay closer to Canada throughout the rest of this week. And underneath this, the heat continues to build. We also have high pressure at the surface, which is giving us a south wind. This line right here represents a low pressure, which is the opposite effect. As that gets closer to us, the winds pick up tomorrow. We're going to see these winds possibly gusting to about 20 or 25 miles an hour during the afternoon. But the red arrows coming out of the south, that brings in the warmer weather. You can see where cooler weather is almost getting close to the forest states, but it stalls out, and it's not going to bring us any rain either. Temperatures around 59 for low tonight, a south wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tomorrow's high temperature even warmer than today, about 91. Sunshine, it is going to be breezy, a southwest wind, and again, that could gust over 20 miles an hour at times. Low 90s across northeast Oklahoma, upper 80s Monette, even low 90s back towards Nevada and Pittsburgh tomorrow afternoon. As we head into Wednesday or Thursday, Friday, I should say. We're getting closer to the weekend by this point. By Friday, that front tries to move through, gives us a few clouds, but any rain is going to be confined once again across central parts of Missouri. And really, I don't even think that's going to amount to much, simply because the air is so dry. And we stay that way into this weekend. Temperatures around 90 Friday, low 90s Saturday, and then we start to cool off a little bit as we get into next week. Highs back into the upper 70s and lows in the 50s. So some big temperature swings over the next several days. Stay with us. Mike has more news right after the break.
Welcome back. A restaurant owner in Virginia is now a food truck owner. Wasn't necessarily the path he wanted to go. Circumstances pretty much led him in that direction. Kelly Getz from our sister station in the Tri-Cities region of Tennessee takes us to Abingdon, Virginia for tonight's Hispanic Heritage Month report.
I always wanted to open something more authentic, being from Mexico. Dishes like carnitas, barbacoa, pastor, tinga, dishes that I grew up with those dishes since I was a kid.
Santiago Figueredo has made a name for himself in Southwest Virginia. He owned Figueredo's, a bistro in Abingdon, for over a decade. That is until COVID hit. With staffing struggles and industry changes, he decided it was time to take his meals to go, literally opening the Santaco food truck. A play on words, Santiago, Santaco. A truck branded as Mexican street food, yet very different from your average Mexican restaurant. He says most existing establishments here in the region feature more of a Tex-Mex style.
A lot of people came asking for the chimichanga, the burrito, the enchilada, whatever, and we're like, no, we don't want to get into that type of food. We just want to play with authentic.
He's cooking up the recipes he ate as a child and sharing his love of cooking with his 5 kids who also help him run the truck from time to time. They span an age from 9 to 16 years old. He says helping with the truck teaches important life lessons and connects them with the people around them.
To me, customer service is the cooking, to talking to the customers, to getting to know them. We have people who follow us, and if we go, they're looking where we're going to be.
Everything made fast and fresh. He says cooking from scratch is key, but can sometimes pose a problem when it comes to gathering ingredients. However, Figueredo says he's seen the Tri-Cities open up a little more to the international market over time, making shopping a little easier.
I'm surprised about going out to the store compared to 15 years ago and finding fruits, vegetables, even candy and sweets and treats.
Let's get your mouth watering with a look at what's on the menu.
One of the most popular ones is Santaco, which is the name of the truck, which is chorizo, steak, and cheese.
He says the most rewarding parts of running the truck are working with his family, sharing his culture, and seeing people open up their minds to new flavors.
When you cook to somebody and that somebody is happy and thankful and they like it, that's the best reward.
Access Family Care Medical and Dental Clinics, building relationships, providing great care.
Escalation in the Middle East, putting foreign policy front and center. I'm Blake Berman with News Nation. Iranian missiles aimed at Israel, our strongest ally in the Middle East. Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump both responding. A reminder that November's winner will become the commander-in-chief.
They are very close to global catastrophe. We have a non-existent president and a non-existent vice president.
We will never hesitate to take whatever action is necessary to defend U.S. forces and interests against Iran and Iran-backed terrorists.
Now, a recent poll shows likely voters are divided on which candidate they prefer when it comes to overseeing foreign policy. 47% trust Trump more on the issue. 40% trust Harris, 13% say they'd prefer someone else. I'm Blake Berman, and this is the News Nation Political Minute.
Drop thumbs, and Ray and I'll just wrap. Hee-haw.
All right, tonight temperatures down close to 60, but tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, around 90 for high temperatures. It's going to be warm for a few days. Should start to get a little bit closer to normal October temperatures by next week, but big temperature swings coming up.
Yep, looks like it. All right, Ray, thanks so much. And we thank you for watching. We will see you back here at 6. Have a great night.